Hey guys, this is The Great Gamer. Today I'm going to be doing my device collection of February 2024. So, starting off, we have 12 devices. So, let me just stop these from timing out. And, actually, let me show you some of them. They're really timing out like crazy. So, first up we have my old iPhone 11 back from 2019. This one works fully. It has like 80% health. I checked with 3utils, and it has an important battery message because the battery got replaced on it because my mom was using it for the longest time. And yeah, this is a super legendary phone. Next up, which is a little older, is an iPhone XR in one of my mom's cases that she had, and it fully works. It has 96% battery health, as you can see right here. And also, this is 64 gigs, and this is 64 gigs as well. So, next up we have a 64 gig iPhone X with 82% battery health, works perfectly fine, no issues. Here we have a 512 gig S20 Plus 5G. Now this phone is fully functional. It has no issues. Nothing wrong with it, except there is a little bit of a... It has a little bit of a cracked screen, as you can see down there. And there's some LCD bleeding, but it works. Besides that, you can see it is a bit cracked, but other than that, everything fully works. Next up we have is my legendary iPhone 7 Plus, and the battery health is 88%. Still works good. Just the home button doesn't work on this. Still a really good phone. It's gold, 32 gigs. Next up we have is a iPhone SE first gen. Now I took this one apart, and it's actually the space gray one and the with the white screen, but this one's 64 gigs. I got it from a friend. It fully works. As you can see right here, everything works. It has 86% health. And yeah, next up we have is this Korean variant, LG Optimus 3. As you can see, it has the Korean time there. It's a South Korean, by the way. And yeah, it works good, no issues. Next up we have is a iPhone SE 2nd gen. I don't really care about this phone, but it works perfectly fine. It has 82 or 81 health. It has 82, but it's on the latest version. Works perfectly fine. Next up, we have an iPad 6. Fully working. It's just slow because I updated it to iPadOS 17. I do not recommend you update one if you have one in 16. Next up, we have my iPad Pro 2017, my main iPad, and this one fully works. This one's a 32 gig, by the way, and this one's a 256 gig, and it fully works with no issues. So, yeah, it's a really nice iPad. It has a flashlight, as you can see right here. And next up, we have is a iPad Air 3. Now this iPad is 64 gigs. It's my backup iPad, and it fully works with no issues. As you can see right here. Latest version, 64 gig, basic. And next up we have my MacBook Air 2020. And as you can see, this fully works. No issues. Almost latest version, just need to update it because you could see the settings is bugging me about it. If I go, there's a beta update available. I don't need to be on the public beta. I just need to be on the developer beta. So as you can see, yeah, I'm on the developer beta and this works perfectly fine. Now I'm gonna get on to my next devices. Okay guys, I'm back. Next up we have is this Google Pixel 3a. Fully works, 64 gigabytes. Got it for like $39. And next up, besides that, we have a Galaxy J7 Prime 2017. As you can see right here, it fully works. And stuff. Next up, we have is a iPod Touch first generation with WhiteDoor OS installed on it, which is pretty cool. Here's my next up we have is my childhood iPhone 3GS right here with all my childhood games. Next up we have is an iPhone 8 with 86% battery health and it's 64 gigabytes. And as you can see, it fully works. And next up we have is an iPhone 4S. As you can see, it's dual booted to iOS 7, and I also replaced the battery on this to 100%, as you can see right here. So yeah, next up we have is a Samsung Galaxy S6 Gold, 32 gigabytes, I believe, and this device is being stupid as well. Yeah, I know what it's gonna say. I don't know what that computer's doing over there. It's like... Okay, guys, sorry about that. We had a disruption from somebody who isn't very patient. So, as I was saying, here's the Galaxy S6, and yeah, it fully works. Next up we have is an iPhone 6. I think it's like 16 gigabyte. It's on iOS 9.2. It fully works. Here's a jailbroken iPod Touch 4th Gen. It fully works. No issues. No issues with this either. And here we have is an iOS 8 jailbroken iPad 2nd Gen. And I don't give a shit that that's going off. We also have an iPad Air 2 here. This one is perfectly working. No issues. 120 gig. And next up we have is a 2012 MacBook Pro. As you can see, it fully works. It's patched to Sonoma and fully works. So I'm gonna get on to the next devices. Okay guys, I'm back. Sorry I was being a little bit complaining over the last couple of videos, but okay, I'm very stupefied right now, so I'm sorry if I sound like this. But next up we have an Apple Watch Series 7 right here, 45mm with a 38mm band that I put on it. It's perfectly working. It has 98% health, and this is an Apple Watch Series 4, 44mm, 84% health. Next up, we have a Galaxy Note 3, fully working. No issues except a teensy little crack at the top. Next up, we have a Samsung Galaxy S5. This thing is fully working, as you can see right here. It's fully working. Next up, we have a Samsung Galaxy S4. This one works perfectly fine. It's 16 gigs. And yeah, just hold on a minute. I'm back. And next up, we have an iPhone 5C. I 16 gigabyte fully working. Nothing wrong with it. And next up we have is a iPhone 7 demo unit. Extremely rare. It's on iOS 10.01. I'm not going to show any. It's a 128 gigabyte. It fully works. It's a demo unit as well. Here's an iPod Touch 7. As you can see, this one works fully, no issues. And here's a iPhone SE first gen with the wrong color screen, but I did that myself. And you can see it's fully working. It has also 86% health. And next up we have is an iPod Touch first gen on Phone OS 2.2.1 with apps. I removed the restrictions, I guess the code for the restrictions. And also we have a Google Pixel 2 XL, fully works. It was my dad's old phone. Next up we have an iPhone 5S, iCloud bypass, fully works. And yeah, let's get on to the next devices. Okay guys, I'm back. And next up we have an iPhone 5S. My friend broke it, but then I fixed it, and then it was fixed again. It's on iOS 12. Here's an iOS 9.3.5 iPhone 5S. If this camera will focus, yeah, as you can see right there. Here's just a normal iPhone 6S, rose gold, 64 gigs. Here's a 128 gig iPod Touch 6th generation, fully works. This LG G4, it also fully works. This iPad Mini 2, I don't really use it. Oh wait, it does have some charge left, actually. I'm surprised. And we also have this iPhone 5S, but I believe it's dead on charge. Yeah, this thing's dead. So, as you can see, Android is starting on that one. This is at 12%. As you can see, it fully works. I'm surprised it's actually lasted this long. I don't use it very much. Oh, and we have this Pixel 3a that used to be my dad's. I don't know if it has any charge, but we're just going to skip that one for now. So let's get on to the next phones. I'm back, and here's the next one, my iCloud bypass iPhone 5S, just a random phone. And this next up here is a Kyocera Hydro Reach. It fully works. It just started up. So yeah, and oh wait, that one's getting low on charge, but ignore that. This is an iPhone 4 that's jailbroken, but this one doesn't have any charge left. Here's a iPod Touch 4th gen, fully working with a lot of old apps on it. This one is really special because I found it in a phone lot in 2020. And I also have this iPod Touch 5th gen that doesn't have any charge left, but I could prove it has some charge. Okay guys, here's some proof the iPod Touch 5th gen has some charge. As you can see, it's booting. It's gonna boot to, I think, iOS 8, if I'm right about that. So yeah, you could see, and it is jailbroken, by the way. You can see this one works fully. Yeah. So that's all those devices. Let's get on to the next devices. Oh, and guys, I also have an iPod Touch 3rd Gen 32GB cracked but fully works, has a screen protector. In case I forgot to mention that, let's get on to the next devices. I'm back. So, as you can see right here, we have some other devices. So right here, I have an 8GB iPod Touch 2nd Gen, as you can see. Oh, and those are both on US Cellular. And this one, sorry, I have a little bit of asthma. So you can see these fully work. I mean, this works perfectly fine, and it has some old games. The home button gets a little stuck, but I think it's a good gift for like a friend or something for free. But I don't know. I also have, oh, and my Galaxy S7 is dying on charge because it's dead and hasn't been used in years. So yeah, and this is an iPhone 3G. So, and it's dead on charge. It just boot loops when I plug it in. This is an iPhone 5, but it has extremely bad battery. It has like 14% battery health, and this one just won't charge up really. And then we also have an LG VX3200, and it works perfectly fine. And we also have this, as I was saying, we also have this Samsung phone that works perfectly fine. Or at least I thought. It's just being slow. I threw it like 50 feet high. Yeah, it's just being slow, I promise. Yeah, guys, as you can see, it is working, and I put tape over it. So yeah, pretty cool device, but let's get on to the next devices. So guys, moving on, we have is an iPod Nano 1st Gen. It works perfectly fine, just has a crappy battery. So it's dead right now. I also have this iPod Touch 4th Gen. It doesn't have any charge, and the battery does not like to charge on it. This is a one from a smashing video you might remember. This is a old house phone. I don't have any use for it. I have this iPod Classic, 30 gigabytes, as you can see right here, and a flip phone that I found 5 years later after being smashed. And then this Alcatel One Touch, you might remember from when I was a little kid, put in a pool and water tested, but it doesn't work anymore. And here's an LG Cosmos 3, another LG Cosmos 3, and this is a different LG VX3200 actually. So yeah, and here's a HTC Desire, I think, or something else. Let's see if it will turn on right now. And it does, as you can see right there. So, sorry about that in the background. So it's booting up. As you can see. And it fully works, I'm not lying. I'm just a little bit exhausted right now. But yeah, it works fully. I have a Nintendo Switch. It does not have any charge left. So moving on to the next devices. Okay guys, so to sum up this entire video, I have the rest of them. So here's an iPhone 2G. It fully works. It's jailbroken. It was I've had it since 2019. Next up we have is this 3GS. Just needs some repairs. A10e Samsung phone doesn't work, just needs repair. iPhone 3GS, iPhone 3GS. Let's see if these will turn on right now. So it doesn't seem like... Oh wait, this one's just dead in charge, but you could see it works. This one looks like it's turning on. I also have this iPod Touch 4th Gen. It also works. Wait. I may have already included this, but whatever. And here's a iPhone 4 on iOS 6. Oh, and here's the iPhone 2G, by the way. The original iPhone. Over 17 years later. And here's a fake Fitbit that got water damaged. Verizon Samsung flip phone. Bad port, but works good. iPhone 5 bent in half like a maniac. I did that. I nailed this one to a tree. You could check it out on my Instagram if you want. It was on there for 163 days. An iPod Touch 2nd Gen. I raged at this one a long time ago. I don't want to talk about it. An iPod Touch and PhoneOS 3.1.3. Jailbroken. Fully works. And an Apple Watch Series 0. I smashed this one but didn't get very many views. I also have a Samsung Galaxy S1. It doesn't work. A Kyocera Duroforce something. This was my grandma's old phone, so it's very special to my collection. So I'm actually gonna put it in this little secret box so that it stays safe. And oh yeah, you can see the jailbreak booting up. I also have this this iPod Touch 1st generation on PhoneOS. Can you guess it? So I'm just gonna let it boot. It's on an older version, I'll give you that, but I'll give you some time to think about what version it might boot into. It's not extremely special, but it is special. So you can see this is on PhoneOS 1. So I do not want to show the serial number. You can see it's on 1.1.5. And it fully works. But the port is messed up on this one. I got scammed on this one on Macari, unfortunately. So, but I still, if I clean the port with isopropyl alcohol like this, then it's perfectly fine. I have this Samsung Galaxy J1. Samsung Galaxy S5 soon to get fixed. iPhone 4 from the water and Fanta test still works, I think. Yeah, it still works. Just restarts randomly now. Here's a iPhone 5S I'm selling. Here's a PDA thing. LG G5, I smashed it. Samsung Galaxy S6 Edge Plus just needs some repairs. Verizon thing, I don't know what it is. iCloud locked iPhone 4. 2004 Motorola Razr. iPod Touch 2nd Gen doesn't work. PDA thing, probably works. iPod Touch 2nd Gen, don't know if it works. iPhone 3GS and a 3GS. Wait, this one already died on charge, I think. So if you guys are wondering, here's the iPhone 4. And yeah, that's pretty much it for this video. Hold on, let me just get a drink of water. So there's one thing I actually forgot to include, and that is this Dell Latitude E6410. It fully works with no issues. So I'm going to show it to you. I like to press the F12 key, because why not? And I'm just going to put F1 and enter. This is how I boot it. Usually because I did a fresh install of Windows 10. So this thing works perfectly fine. I upgrade the RAM from 2 gigabytes to 4 gigabytes. So before I end the video, I'm just going to let this thing boot. It has the i5 first gen. It's not really that good of a computer, but it gets the job done for like stuff. So yeah. Okay guys, and that's it for this video. Hopefully you enjoyed this video, and bye!